Hi, I'm Mark Green with the Oklahoman in Washington. Sarah Palin gives no hint of vanishing into the memory hole after last week's election. No, John McCain's young running mate is keeping a high profile in the lower 48 at the National Governors Association meeting this week, and by giving big interviews, right and left. Palin probably will get a rock star's welcome at the NGA, where she's made good friends on both sides of the political aisle. But she's also been busy with in-depth television interviews with Fox News' Greta Van Susteren and NBC's Matt Lauer, both of whom trekked to Alaska for long chats. And more sit-downs are coming. It's all part of an apparent Palin strategy to stay in public view. 2012 is a ways away, and 2016 an even further piece. Yet Palin obviously figures her path to national office depends on continued visibility, which you have to work at if you're governor of faraway Alaska. Judging from her conversation with Van Susteren, in and around the family home in Wasilla, Sarah Palin is feeling pretty liberated. Gone is the campaign umbilical cord, tying her to a set of talking points. About the only limiting factor in the chat with Van Susteren was 7-year-old Piper Palin, angling as 7-year-olds do for mommy's attention. In both the Fox and NBC interviews, Palin seemed relaxed and candid, knocking down ugly sniping from the bowels of the just-completed campaign with plain talk, the kind of talk that's her strength and the key to her political future. Everybody else is offering Palin advice, so I'll offer some. It's free. Governor Palin is a star, but she has some hurdles to clear to get the broader appeal she'll need to reach the White House someday. For one, she has a perception problem. While conservative Republicans adore her, about 60% of Americans in exit polls last week said they didn't think she was qualified to be president. Palin will have to overcome the impression that she lacks experience and depth on a number of national issues. She'll have to escape the Tina Fey caricature that says she's a shallow, bubble-headed brunette and nothing more. Palin does that by being a good governor and by wading into the policy books and the think tank white papers. She does it by engaging issues experts and mastering the nuances of the great questions before the country. It shouldn't be a problem. By most accounts, Palin is a quick study. She'll need to prove it in speeches across the lower 48 and in lots of interviews with friendly and unfriendly interviewers, the kind of thing the McCain campaign seemed afraid to expose her to. The good news is Palin has time, more than most think. She should forget about 2012, maybe even 2016. She has very young children. They and her state should get most of her attention. Politics can come later. By then, she should be plenty ready to make good on the promise that showed itself in the 2008 campaign.